Here's the rookie from Arkansas, Cam Little, ready to get us started. And we are underway from Commander's Field. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with it.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Alec Pierce, 63 yards. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away, because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, certainly not a great start. You give up the one-play touchdown, Charles, and it looked like this offense was trying to get the equalizer in one play on the other side.
They certainly were, and I think that the shock of giving up the big play may have forced their hand a little bit in their play calling. They didn't have the discipline to just say, all right, we got time. Let's go ahead and work it downfield. Oh, you got a big play against us? We're coming right back to you. And it didn't go the way they envisioned.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Inside handoff, Smith. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Off play action, Pickett. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Rob Gronkowski from 21 yards away. And the Commanders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Just an unbelievable start. Less than a minute in, they're already up 2 touchdowns.
You talk about getting out of the gate fast. I mean, beyond fast. That's warp speed, isn't it? To jump up with 2 scores like that in less than a minute's time, your confidence has to be elevated.
I haven't even found the right height for my chair yet. I'm still adjusting.
You mean you found a way to sit down?
I did, yeah.
Wow, you're quick.
At least I got that accomplished.
I'm still standing watching this occur.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To the air goes Daniels. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Back to throw, Pickett. Pass complete downfield, it's Pierce. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Alec Pierce, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll try and run it here. And that's why you put a Hall of Famer back there. He's in for 2 points. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it as we resume action. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right? Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. In motion left goes a tight end. Second down, here's Barkley again. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, set, press ball 80.
Here's Daniels. That's to McCaffrey, complete. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Eric Armstead in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. The throw over the middle taken in. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. And his kick here is good. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw, Pickett. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Alec Pierce on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first-half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and a rout is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 2nd down throw for Daniels. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes.
But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Eric Armstead. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Second half begins with a run from Barkley, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it.
Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. First possession of the second half now for Washington. They take over already inside the red zone thanks to a great return there after the fumble. 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Kenny Pickett, 14 yards. And the Commanders take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. To throw is Daniels. He finds his man complete. That's Pearson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And it's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now Daniels. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Daniels looking to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. All right, Charles, quick Emmitt Smith story. You've heard of the Madden video game, right?
I have heard of the Madden video game, no doubt about it.
The legend goes that Coach Madden said players used to come up to him all the time and complain that their ratings were too low. The only person, though, that came up and said, hey, mine's too high, Emmitt Smith.
You're kidding.
How can you rate Emmitt Smith too high? That's the question.
Boy, talk about humble. That's taking modesty to a new level.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Smith. Pat Surtain up to make the play.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. Pickett lost it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Well, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Milton Williams. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Back to throw. Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 6 now. Running left, it's Barkley. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. So a victory here for the Commanders. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said,